Good morning, YouTube. It's NASCAR Man 3345 coming back at you. How is everybody doing today? This is our midday morning Breakroom hangout. We have our normal crew with us today. Of course, we're on my channel, but we have someone again who is showing up with us, Miss Misty. So we'll be going through, and we're going to start off with, of course, all the way to my left, Mr. Pittsburgh, Anthony.
What's up, guys? My name is Anthony. I have a YouTube channel called PICKSBURGH. I do a lot of reselling content. I go to yard sales, garage sales, estate sales, Goodwill bins, pretty much anywhere I can buy something cheap to make a buck on, I go there, and I make videos of it. I don't profess to know everything, but I show you guys what works well for me. I also sell mainly on eBay. That's my preferred platform. I do a lot of local sales and flea markets and stuff like that as well. But I don't know. I've been really thinking about taking the plunge into Amazon lately. So thinking about doing that once things start to slow down a bit. I'm a little bit crazy with backstock right now. And flea market season's a tricky time of year for me because I'm like a squirrel trying to store up as many nuts as I can so I don't starve over the winter. So I've been really just pounding the pavement trying to load my van up as many times a week as I can with inventory to bring home and basically stockpile in this basement. So, but yeah, that's me. I'd appreciate it if you guys would sub to the channel and come along this journey with me.
You don't know everything? What?
No, I don't even know some of the things.
Well, I got you covered. Whatever you don't know, I know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. Mr. Craig, you are the next one up.
Hey, guys. Craig, LANDSHARK Pickers, my channel. Appreciate everybody coming in this morning. Primary sale on eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace. I source on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, yard sales, garage sales, auctions, and thrift stores. But appreciate y'all coming back again today.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And next, our king, Mr. He's not in the dungeon today, and he's not in his studio, so we are welcoming in Mr. Tommy from the Bargain Effect.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Yep, Tommy the Bargain Effect. Same thing. eBay, Macari.
Hi, Tommy.
I'm talking. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. The two main platforms is Macari and eBay. Source from auctions.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And just a standard everyday resale and trying to find them treasures.
Nice. And one of our special guests today, she's got one of the craziest names I've seen on YouTube. It's Miss Misty.
Hi. Yeah, my name is Misty, and my name on YouTube is the Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter because I'm always doing those things. And I'm having technical difficulties, so I can't see the chat at all. So if someone is asking a question, I won't be able to see it to reply. But I own a brick and mortar.
We'll help you with that.
That's okay. I own a brick and mortar antique store in Indiana. I also sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy. Is that a little bit better?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
A little bit.
I'm actually using my phone too, so that's probably a whole other issue. My computer is not letting me get on. But I go sourcing at anywhere I can. Yard sales, thrift stores, the Goodwill outlets. And owning an antique store, I actually have people coming to me and they have things that they want me to come out and look at. So that's a good thing too. My favorite place is auctions. I just posted an auction video of one that we went to on Saturday. It was a fun one.
It's always nice to have product coming to you, for sure.
It is, and I enjoy that. But like I've told you guys before, that's fun for me, or I appreciate that, but it isn't as fun for me because I like to go and do the digging myself. I don't want it to be brought to me on the body. That makes
Right.
sense.
Yep.
Derek went invisible there.
That my
Oh, he's back. I just saw your chair rocking and you weren't in.
All right.
Yeah.
He's our new guest, the ghost.
Yeah. The AC, all of a sudden, the AC kicked on. The AC kicked on, and I'm like, oh no. So I want to welcome everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Let's see who's in the chat. We have, of course, Thrifty Space Queen, Pittsburgh, Two Hip Chicks, Soyosa Cells, Rebecca Cruda, Just Me Kathy. Another cool one. Every day I'm hustling.
That's a good one.
Another one. That's another great name. What's that?
It's from Pittsburgh.
Oh, are they?
So he gets a special shout out.
I said you.
We'll try not
Oh
to
yeah,
hold
yeah, he's
that
from
against him.
Pittsburgh. Yeah. And Eric Birchoff, Fishing and Picking, and of course the infamous Bum Crack Picker, who everybody would love to say. Debbie Does Sales is here. Want to welcome everybody in. Today's topic, which usually we stick on for a little bit, but this is open. Whatever we see in the chat, pretty much we go with it. Is return on your investment, guys. Just seeing what if you're putting in so much money into it, and if you are getting any return. If you're not, a lot of people are struggling, and then some people, I hate to say it, aren't truthful about what their investment is. They're saying that they're putting in $30,000 and they're making. They're saying they're making, but they're not saying what their investment is into it. I mean, let's just be honest. And if you're gonna put it out there, might as well put it out there properly. And so that's one of the things we're going to talk about today. And I want to thank everybody. I am at 967 for subs. I'm close to 1,000. I want to thank everybody pretty much on this channel who has helped me get there. A little bit close will be fine. But so, all right, Anthony, what do you think? What is your return on your
my
investment?
investment's normally pretty high because, like, I'm going to be dead honest with you guys. I'm real cheap when it comes to sourcing. I literally started my resale business just selling stuff out of my basement to make my startup capital. So most of the stuff I pick up is at yard sales or at the Goodwill bins. So literally, I'm paying pennies on the dollar for stuff. So my ROI is normally very high. I couldn't give you an exact percentage because I don't really do math well, but it's really good.
Right. You don't have to. It's just as long as I just see a lot of people stating that, I got a great return on my investment, but they're saying it, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a minute here. How come you're struggling? How come you can't do this? How come you can't do that? And that's what gets me. So. Yeah. What do you think, Craig? What's your call?
I don't know if there's a one answer fits all situations, because if you look at I guess you can divide the house into two different sections. If you look at RA, retail arbitrage, which is where you go buy Walmart items, whether they're on clearance or non-clearance, and you're selling those on Amazon, you would only be selling them if you're making money, but sometimes the profit margins there are a lot less. You're going to find home runs out there like the Monopoly game that Scott found and everybody started buying, at the end of the year last year. I mean, you're going to have home runs where you make good money, but a lot of the RA game is quantity, a lower return on investment, but a lot more selling. In the thrifting model, I guess, is on the other side of the house, or the buying from the yard sales, garage sales, auctions. Hopefully you're buying things at a lower price point. That's why we're buying in those locations, because we can get items cheaper, and we should be getting, more money. On my side, though, it again, there's not a one answer fits my whole situation. It depends on how long I've had something. The longer I have it, the lower of a return I'm willing to take, because I'm ready to get rid of it.
Yeah,
You know?
Right.
good point.
So you know,
Right.
there's some items that I make 400 and 500%, but there's some items I make a 10% return.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think there's a one size fits all kind of answer. You know, that's
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Tommy, what do you think?
Yeah, I pretty much run along with the same thought as Craig there. You know, if I come across something, you know, I have a couple of replenishables that I can get every day at my local store, and you know, I'm willing to make a lot less, you know, ROI on that because it's one listing, and basically all I'm doing is going to my store and shipping it out to you. I mean, I always have some in stock, but when it gets low, I replenish. So, you know, I'm only making a few dollars on that item, but if it sells consistently and it's one listing and I don't really have to do much with it, it's good. When I'm out thrifting the one-offs and whatever, I usually look for at least the minimum of being able to sell it for 5 times what I paid. So when I walk away, I'm at least making 3 times my money after fees and everything. And that's basically what I have in mind when I'm rolling with it.
Okay, Misty, what do you think? Because I know with you having a brick and mortar, it's a little more different than for you with that being that way.
Yeah, with the brick and mortar, I mean, a lot of times, my rule of thumb is I always want to at least double my money. So if I'm buying a piece of furniture, you know, I'm going to pay up for it initially, but I'm going to double my money. That's what I'm going to, and I won't buy it if I don't think that I can. So I think when you're buying either like a big quantity of things or a larger item in general, your cost of goods are going to be, you're going to end up spending more money at first, but in the long run, your return on investment will pay off. But like what Craig was saying, you know, when you're talking about the thrift store items, with those kinds of things, you really have to get it as cheap as you possibly can, because kind of like those bread and butter items are not going to sell for a higher profit margin. So you do need to keep your cost of goods very, very low. And I think sometimes, you know, with content creators and people that are on YouTube, you know, they'll post pictures of things that they found and that they like, and then people will see that and they'll automatically think, well, I got to go buy those things too because they're selling those things. But you have to be honest, like, you know, and I sell coffee mugs all of the time, but I will not pay over $1 for a coffee mug. A coffee mug may not sell for more than $12.
right.
So, you know, you got to keep in your mind, you have to keep what your maximum amount to spend is going to be.
And that amount could change from category to category, from item to item.
Absolutely.
You know, when we first started doing this more seriously, we always said we always figured we needed to gross 3 times our money.
Yeah.
To get your
Right.
to double your money, you know, with fees and everything. So and along that same lines, like we talked yesterday, you got to know shipping. Shipping can kill you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Especially just starting out.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I think, and you see that a lot on YouTube, on eBay, and even on YouTube, people talk about doing stuff. Especially, I know the first 2 auctions that I did, we were a little off on our shipping, and we're like, oh man, you know. But you learn the aspect, and now with the new changes, it's gonna even make it a little bit more confusing.
Yeah, I think I fell into one of those categories that we sold a DVD VCR combo and lost our rear in shipping because we were new, we didn't know. And I get a lot of people that will send me messages about shipping, and my first question to them is, do you have a postal scale? And if they tell me no, then they need to stop what they're doing right now and they need to go spend the $20 on a postal scale.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Eric in the chat wants to know what part of Indiana you're in, Misty.
I'm in Bedford, Indiana, which is about 30 minutes south of Bloomington, near Indiana University.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool.
We've had a couple of people jump in since we started. South Texas Picker, welcome in. Just me, Kathy. I don't know if we said hello to you when you dropped in earlier. Kelly, the Econ Mom Ward, welcome back again today. Thank you. Alma G, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Blended Whiskey, I think that's where you had stopped saying hey to people. So
Right. Yeah.
one more. I'm sorry. Two more right there. Catherine N. and DC Sales. Welcome, y'all.
And
just jump in.
Dita would came in also.
Okay.
And Pat D's has just entered the house.
Yeah. If anybody stops by, we just want to make sure we say hey to everybody. So if you jump in the chat, please say hi, so we can welcome you. That's just one of the commitments we've made. We've done our best to keep up with is saying hey to everybody when they stop in, because you've taken time out of your day to watch us. If it's for 5 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes, it doesn't matter. You've taken time out of your day, and we want to thank you for that. So
I've noticed Dita came back today too. Second time
Yeah, I
I
think we-
put it in the chat. Thank you for being here, Dita.
yeah, I think these were yesterday was their first day, if I remember right.
Right.
Jordan?
Yep.
DC
Jordan.
He's a week. He's
Make
awake.
sure everybody subscribe to Jarek's channel as well and give him a thumbs up. He's getting close to his 1,000, so make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, you should be everybody on the panel, because we're going to rotate like we've been doing. We're rotating through the panel, their channels every day, and you don't want to miss out.
Gary, how you doing? Wildman, what's up?
Yeah, like I said, today is on my channel, and hopefully we can get everybody. Anthony, have you passed 400 yet?
I did, yeah. Your shout out got me right over the hump last night, dude.
Nice.
Good deal.
So we'll get you over 500 soon.
I'm gonna do a giveaway when I get to 500.
Nice.
I'm gonna give people eBay credit.
There you go. Like I said, here we just do a lot of stuff that we just want to enjoy. Just enjoy it and go around and do what you got to do. If there's something, if you got questions in the chat, let's do it. This is what we're here for. We're here. We set up for what we wanted to, the investment, return on your investment. But if anybody else has any questions or has comments, please. This is why we listen to the chat. We keep an eye on what the chat's going, and we just have fun with it. And,
got a new name in the chat that I don't recognize. T-Bass FD. Says she's Tracy from Huntsville, which Huntsville is about 2 hours north of me. So
right.
Tracy, welcome in. Glad you stopped by.
Welcome in.
Hey, Mr. Chat Juice just came in the house. My buddy Mike. Hey, Mike, what's up? Please, yeah, my best friend Mike is here too. But Chad Juice, welcome in, my man. If you want to see cool stuff about video games and even toys, with his son, he goes out sourcing with his son and makes great content. He's a great guy. I've known Mike for about 2 or 3 years now, and he keep up with him if you want to know some information. And he's from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna say we're gonna do something about that Bengals logo. I'm not a big NFL fan. I follow some of the people I followed in college and all that, but it could be worse. I guess it could be a Browns logo.
What logo? Browns don't have no logo.
Just the color orange. It's kind of like their one-loss record. Kind of bland.
Yeah, really? Exactly.
Oh my. So what's going on today? Anybody got big plans?
Well, I'm working on finishing up next door, cleaning out the rest of the house, and just trying to be relaxed about it. I'm still waiting for one family member to come and pick up their stuff, but other than that, there's just so much stuff, and it is some of the stuff is good for resale, but some of the stuff is just gonna have to go in the trash, and it's sad.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I will be having a double monitor set up very soon. I just have to clean out the hard drive on this desktop, and I'll be going good with the double monitor system.
That'll be good.
OBS, here I go.
West Max Gary in the chat says, does anyone know about USPS shipping increase on items over 1 pound? I believe you're talking about the dimensional shipping change that's coming down the pipe. I don't know if it's already gone live. I thought it was supposed to be sometime in June.
I think it's active now.
Yeah. The whole deal that
it's the bigger, lighter weight items in larger boxes.
Yeah, anything over a 12 by 12 by 12 measurement is affected by that.
Yeah. So you're going to pay more for a larger item. Kind of like the UPS and FedEx. I think they've always adopted that, if I understand it correctly.
Yep. I was talking to my postmaster, and he absolutely hates it. But basically, what it is if the box is over 12 by 12 by 12, say it's a 14 by 14 by 14 box, and the post office says that box is capable of holding 40 pounds. Even if you're shipping 5 pounds in it, you're paying a 40-pound rate.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, if you use a low quality box, it's not going to handle 40 pounds. But they don't, they don't think of it that way.
No, they have their little scale of this size box should be capable of holding this much weight, and this size box can hold that much weight. And he broke down the formula, like how much weight per cubic inch and whatever. And you're way overpaying till you hit, I think, after 25 pounds, it starts to balance out again, where the rates would be comparable as before. But anywhere between like 1 pound up to 25 pounds, you're paying a 25-pound rate, no matter what it weighs in the box.
I really think, especially with all the priority stuff, obviously anything over a pound, they're going to go to everything. They're going to almost force you to use the flat rate type stuff.
Yep.
I don't know if that'll happen, but I can see that happening.
I can too.
He said one of the biggest things from what he knows on the inside is Amazon and poor shippers affected that, because what they're doing, Pat D, he put out a video, what was it, a return video from Amazon a week or two ago, and they were shipping them a pair of headphones in a box this big, one pair of headphones, and he had multiple boxes of them. And that's what the post office is trying to deter, is people sending this mouse in a shoebox,
Yeah.
Yep. And Amazon is the worst about that.
Yeah, they are.
Especially if you're getting a return. The stuff that they ship to their customers that's just a regular order is not very good. But I mean, not that was wrong choice of words. Their packing methods. They'll throw like you're talking about. They'll throw a dang coffee mug in there with three air pillows, and it'll be a 18 by 18 by 18 box.
Right. So that's what they're trying to deter.
Thanks for stopping in, Pat. I'll catch up with you later.
But yeah, I talked to my postmaster, and then I was amazed. I watched Pat's video later that same day, and he was showing these returns that Amazon sent him back. And I mean, it was little items in these huge boxes, and he had multiples where he could have put all the headphones he got back in one box.
Wow. Jesus, crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Queen City Picker Tom, welcome in. Glad to stop by. Boondock Buy and Sell. I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I just noticed your name. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming back this morning.
Lisa C just came in.
Yeah, welcome, Lisa. I think I saw her earlier. I think we missed her earlier. We apologize.
Yeah.
But
BK Vending, I know he just came in. I like he's very nice. Everybody's in this chat is an amazing people, guys. Like I said, if you haven't been subscribed to anybody on here, please go. Because we do it, we're gonna use the number, because it's my channel today. Last time I used 33. We're gonna use number 45. If you are a content maker and you want people to check out your channel, please type in 45, and everybody can go over and hit your three buttons and go right to you and have a lot of fun. We want to welcome in D. Hey, D. Hopefully, we'll be glad to see you. So,
no, D does her regular noon show. Is that? I think it's noon Eastern. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
D is Flipping Particles. If anybody in the chat does not know D, check out her channel. She does a regular show every day at noon. Yes. So. Yeah, I didn't get a single thing listed yesterday. I've had these couple of side projects. I hate to call things side projects. When you work for yourself and like this, it's everything is a side project or a project or whatever. But got a couple of development things I'm working on, so I haven't listed a thing yesterday. I've got to
I haven't either. I didn't list anything either. Stayed up till 2 in the morning editing a video. So That's my day to day is listing all day. That's my focus.
I saw that you released one this morning. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, that was the auction video. But yeah, I've got a list. I need to get stuff listed. So that's on my agenda today.
Dupage, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's either Dupage or Dupage. Picker, welcome in. I think I saw you earlier and I didn't say anything. I apologize. I was in the middle of a comment, I think. But yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of listing here too. I just got a big old box from Derek. We got that box we bought from Donatella.
Yeah.
And I'm actually looking forward to listing that because that's a lot of new Tags clothing.
Yeah, she was busting my chops again last night during the auction. She had Donatella. If you don't know who she is, Misty, she does storage auctions, and she got a huge storage auction of NASCAR stuff. So she invited me to come on, and I've done 3 so far with her. We're gonna probably do two or three more because it's just crazy because there's
So much stuff.
there's so much stuff to go, and so we were doing that. But yesterday, she thought she was funny. She did a box, and she did it the other day, but it didn't sell. But last night it sold. She comes up and she puts up, and she had women's clothing, and she goes, "Oh, you want to make NASCAR Man's video, NASCAR Man's channel more feminine and more like it." So she throws up a pair of bra and panties on, and she's like, "What are you doing? You're part of the box." And I'm sitting there going, "Are you serious?" So everybody, my wife's sitting there laughing like hell. I'm like, "But it got sold. It sold." So
It's sold. Did you autograph them before they're being sent off?
I don't know. You probably send them and have me do that. That would be the craziest part. Oh, yeah.
West Max Gary asked if you still do your auction. Gary, he does. Monday night, 6 o'clock. Isn't that right?
Yes. No, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern.
I'm sorry,
Standard.
7 Eastern. I'm sorry. I tend to talk Central, but yeah, 7 Eastern, right?
Yes. Yeah. No. Well, you laugh at this, Misty. I have my Teespring set up. I'm just finishing up the logos and everything. But I have been asked by 7 women already to do yoga pants.
To wear them or to sell them?
What's that?
I said to wear them or to sell them.
You're right. That's awesome.
What are they wanting what do they want the logo to be on the pants?
Well, I have the logo I have set up is my logo on the side. On one side, it's my logo with a tire mark going down the side of the pants. On the other side, it says "More toys, more fun."
Nice,
awesome, man.
Guys, I hate to interrupt. Hey, guys, I hate to interrupt, and I don't typically get into this kind of situation, but Rebecca Kruder made a comment in the chat, and I just feel like we need to do something. Anthony, would you mind praying for Rebecca, please?
Yeah, sure. What was the comment?
She didn't release a bunch of details or anything, but just as a family member that's in a bad situation and needs some prayer. And if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Sure, absolutely. Lord, right now I just come before you in the name of Jesus, and I just ask that you would be with Rebecca and with her family right now, God. I ask, Lord, that you would just build a hedge of protection around that family, God, that no weapon formed against them would prosper. Lord, I ask that you would right now, Lord God, just heal anyone that needs healing, God. Deter anything that needs deterring, Lord God. And I just pray right now, God, that you would move the heavens and the earth, Lord God, on their behalf. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate that.
Yeah, not a problem. If you want to email me, Rebecca, any details so I can intercede more strategically for you.
Yeah.
Feel free to email me or, message me on Facebook. I think we're friends on Facebook. So,
yeah.
But yeah, you don't have to feel obligated to put that in the chat or anything.
Cool. Good deal. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I'm not going to put more toys, more fun on the bum. I'm sorry. I was kind of a little bit embarrassed about doing the yoga pants in the first place because I wasn't sure. But Todd Flippin' Hustler's like, dude, buy them. And I guess he sent it. a message out to Anita Finita, and Anita's like, dude, when you get them done, I'm in. And then everybody else is like, look, I'm in. I'll buy them. I don't care. So
Listen, there is nothing like a woman in the love of her yoga pants. It's a special bond.
right. I'm just like, whatever. So my wife started laughing. She goes,
If you put them out, I'm not buying yoga pants. I promise.
Sure.
No, I know what Craig would buy. Craig is going to buy one of my trucker hats. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I wear hats a lot.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but I
me
have
too.
hats. I have hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, yoga pants, coffee mugs, and travel mugs. So
That's
so
awesome,
far.
dude. I'm gonna have to update mine. All I have is a T-shirt. I can't figure out how to update the price because I didn't really want to charge people money for it.
Right.
I'll have to pick your brain after this.
Yeah, pick my brain, and we do a lot of stuff, and they're really good to work with. And the one thing I like about that is I don't have to have any inventory. It's all their inventory. I just get a percentage of what when they sell it. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jordan DG Pickers asked, you are doing your thing today at 1 o'clock, right, Anthony?
Yeah, it's actually 2 o'clock Eastern time.
I'm sorry.
1 o'clock your time. Yeah.
I talk Central. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Actually, you just wrong time zone. I guess.
Wouldn't it be easy if everybody in the country were on the same time?
And I've got a solution to that. It's going to be called YouTube time.
I get so confused over the whole time thing. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was stationed out in San Diego, and I would be sitting there waiting for my shows to come on, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still on Eastern time. I gotta figure it out on what time my shows are on.
Yeah. Well, in Indiana, my daughter goes to college in southern Indiana, and we're in southern Indiana too, but she's down near the Kentucky border, and they're on a whole different time zone. So they're in the same state, but she's in a different time zone, and she's like an hour and a half away. It's just odd.
That's why I have one of these handy. It breaks it down for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That would be
You have to do that as your backdrop, and put when you have us on, you're gonna have to like highlight the spots that were with the whole thing.
put all the different channels in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Pearl Nini, Lynn B, welcome in. Glad you could make it again today.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with most states that are not borderline between two time zones.
Yeah.
But those like Alabama and Georgia, there's some little areas of Alabama and Georgia right there on the line that you can take one step and not cross the state line and be in a different time zone. And it's
Right.
Crazy.
That's where
Crazy.
Darlene and August are. She's actually Eastern time, and she's in Alabama, and you have Craig that's in Central time. So
yep, I'm in Central Alabama. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
what'd you say?
Is she in Georgia?
I
no,
think
she's in Alabama.
She's very, very eastmost Alabama, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought they were in Georgia.
No. She keeps on saying she's close to Georgia.
Gotcha.
Life with the table full. Welcome in. Don't recognize the name. Welcome in. Glad you decided to stop by.
Yeah, glad you're here.
Thank you all. And I know Alex, the Fat Man, the Flipper, has come in. And Alma G is Alex's mom. So we want to welcome her.
Watching.
I know, Alma, I know you want to get involved. Just send me that email, and I'll get you all set up for next week's auction. Because next week's auction is going to have Darlene and August R on, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
CCC, welcome in. Two Family Homestead. I can't remember the name. I've watched one or two of their videos. I know. Isn't that the group that you've watched a good bit, Derek?
McClendon Homestead.
Okay. McClendon's one I was thinking of. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But that's all part of they all watch. Lisa, we put it all together with another pack that's going with him, so that's why it's all set. It's in another box, but he's got other stuff coming from the Ghost, so we decided that we're just going to put them all together and send it all at once. So he's got them. It's just he's going to have a bigger pile of stuff coming. Yes, Adam, thank you very much. Thank you for coming in. Yep, I'm there. I'm close, guys. But Christy Lee, thank you for coming in. So, but what else was everybody? What do everybody have planned for the rest of the week?
What's today?
Listing.
Yeah. What's today? Is today Tuesday? Yeah. God.
Today is Tuesday.
Y'all have that same problem. You'll look up and you'll go, oh my gosh, what day is it? What am I supposed to do today? And it's not just the day-to-day things, but if you have like churches on Wednesday nights, and I always have to question myself. Okay, it's tonight Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's hard to get an idea of time sometimes when you work for yourself. If I'm going to work and I know I've got Saturday and Sunday off, or it's Friday coming up, in my mind I could know where I was in the week, but it's hard.
Yeah, I lose track of what day it is all the time, because every day it's the same thing. I mean, there's not really a day off to look forward to.
And I think that's. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say you work nonstop. There isn't a time. I mean, even when you sit down for the evening, I'm still managing eBay things, or sharing things on Poshmark, or responding to offers, or editing a listing to make it, editing the title to make it a little bit different. It's just a nonstop, constant, every day.
I think that's why it's so hard to keep, not that it's a challenge, but there's days I look up and I'm like, okay, what day is it? And I think that's why it's that way, because you're always
doing the same thing.
Much more than you are in an 8-to-5 job.
Yeah, my life is much more chaotic and busy working for myself than it was when I wasn't.
But that chaotic and busy is filling your pockets instead of somebody else's.
I love it. Right. Absolutely.
Now, Missy, you said that you're only open Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm only open Friday. My brick and mortar is only open Fridays and Saturdays. We live in a fairly small town, and our square is not. We're working on getting it more developed and getting more retail down. We're going through a whole revitalization process, and so that growth takes time. And as the square grows a little bit more, I'll we'll be open more hours. But for right now, just Friday and Saturday.
You're telling us that you're pretty much on the old style Main Street, USA. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. We've got a lot of small towns like that. That got the old. I hate to use the word old. The vintage, the neat looking storefront and all that. It's really neat.
And we're going through a revitalization, so that means a lot of the buildings are getting refaced, and just trying to get a pull of getting more retail down on the square, and not be, when Walmart and all that came into play, a lot of businesses in little squares moved to that area of town that the big box stores were in, and the buildings on the square tended to be more kind of cheaper rent. Lawyers, attorney, or businesses, dentists, and that kind of thing, not retail. And so the buildings themselves kind of got deteriorated a little bit. Right. And so now that pull of shopping small and little boutiques and that kind of thing are starting to move in.
But some of those little areas, those little storefronts, like in those areas like you're talking about, are so cool looking. I really like the way those look. I mean, it's not the new age, whatever,
right.
It's very eclectic. It's very neat.
It's a fickle thing though, too, because you get some people that are, they want the square to be what it used to be. Well, it's never going to be what it used to be. We're not ever going to go back to that period of time. So we need to make it, for the times that we have now. And it's, I don't know. It's a constant battle between we're wasting money on it and let's move forward.
Yeah. Looks like we got an interesting question here from West Max Gary, asking, can everyone, basically they want to know how we source, where we source.
Yeah.
Rather than me stumbling over his words. He just wants to know where we source and how we go about doing it.
I'll start.
I go to yard sales.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yard
yard
sales.
sales, in my opinion, is where you're going to get your highest return on investment, your lowest cost potentially. You know, if you're buying right.
Right.
Although, if you go to an auction and you stick around until the very, very end, which I know is very hard to do because it can be very long, I got an incredible amount of things for free
Right.
at the auction.
And what do we say on this show? Free is for who?
It's free. It's for me.
It's right. That's right.
That's
And
okay.
it's stuff that people buy and they just left there. Well, I'll take it.
It's hard to beat a free cost.
Yeah, what I'm doing next door, I'm cleaning everything out. I mean, I have a lot of stuff here that I'm going to put online, but I'm doing 50-50 with the family, but there's a lot of other stuff that's going out for free, and I don't do furniture.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to put it on local marketplace, it's like, all right, I can't wait on this. I can't sit on it because I need to have it done by tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
furniture is good,
but I know
space. And if you're challenged for space, it's tough to sell.
That's one of the things I'm losing money on is not being able to do furniture. Number one for space, number two for like my back. So
right.
I went to an auction looking for furniture. So if I was close to you, I'd be coming and getting all that furniture because I'm selling furniture like crazy in the shop.
Yeah, if you were local, I'd hook you up with all kinds of leads.
Kimmy Borderline Hoarderish wants to know who you are, and if you can just type something in the chat because she wants to know who you are.
Who?
Borderline
Hoarderish, Kimmy. She is from Colorado.
Yep.
I can't see the chat. I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm
yeah.
Bumcrack just dropped a link
Awesome.
to your channel.
Thanks, man.
Her name is Misty. Her channel is Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter.
sorry.
So if you see
I would
Bumcrack
reply,
there,
but I can't see anything other than these guys.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
We had somebody else jump in, and I don't think I don't know if anybody said hey to Anamora. Welcome in. I'm not a singer, so I'm sorry I can't sing. Good morning, whatever.
Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you.
That was nice.
Thrifty Space Queen. I know you've been here before. Welcome
Hi,
back.
Thrifty Space Queen.
I think that was it. Just want to make sure we stayed caught up. So we are at about quarter till. Well, instead of y'all cool with just shooting for an hour 15 every time we do it, and then we'll just, if something comes up, it seems like we end up having the same conversation. Everybody says go, 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 you know.
Yeah, we are losing
3. He'll take 3.
Yeah, I know, really. I mean, we are losing Thursday this week, so tomorrow will be on Tommy's channel, and on Friday, because we're taking the Thursday off because of 4th of July, Pittsburgh is picking up Friday. So.
Yeah, Misty, we need to find the time to get on your channel if you're cool with that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when I want to go. I'm going to do a live work chat. I think. I've met my 1,000 subscribers, but now I'm 500 hours, 500 watch hours from being monetized. So
nice.
I'm just trying to come up with a live time. I just haven't figured that out yet because I don't want to go in when somebody else is live. So I was thinking about doing it like 10, 11 o'clock at night when I could just
Yep. We want you one day with us with the panel where you can run the show one day.
Oh, well, let's see if I can figure out because I can't even see the chat right now. I don't know what I did.
We can talk about it offline. It's no big deal. I know Fridays are typically tough for you, so we'll.
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays I can't because I'm at the shop.
I'd be willing to switch Thursday with you, and I'll just pick up Friday if that's easier for you.
Whatever works for you guys, I'm okay with. But I need to figure out the logistics of everything.
We'll work it out. Well, that's cool. Reclaimed Mercantile. Welcome in.
Hi, Tammy.
See?
She's one of my friends.
Good deal.
Hi, Tammy.
She's got a YouTube channel, too.
By Debbie, she asked you what good ROI is.
Like we were talking earlier, it really depends. I hate to rehash my answer originally, but It depends on how quickly you move the item, how long you've had the item, what your cost,
what the item is,
what the item is. There may be like Anthony was talking, those replenishable items. No, it was Tommy. I'm sorry, Tommy said it. That he's got several items he can go right back to whatever his source is and buy 15 more of them. In that case, Tommy's probably willing to take a little bit less of a return on them because he knows he can go back and get it, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's a one size fits all answer to that.
No, and like when you're looking at like vintage items too that are harder to come by, or like with the NASCAR cars that are collectible and are not as mass produced.
Right.
With those, you can spend a little bit more because and if you've sold them before, that you can get X amount, for them. So, it just kind of depends. You get a number in your head. Once you've done it long enough, you'll get a number in your head, and when you see these things, you'll know. Yeah, right. I'm not going to get that.
Yeah.
But I think that one thing that people need to do is to make sure that they're researching what comps are and that they're looking at what has sold. I mean, you have to pay attention to what's active because you don't want to list something that there's 500 other ones listing too that aren't selling. So you want to see what has sold recently. So that's an important.
All right.
You get to the point where you don't have to look up that you don't have to spend like hours at the thrift store looking up comps. You'll learn, but at first you have to.
It's the cheapest education you can get is pulling comps because you're going to learn. Once you do it once or twice, wait, I've already looked that up. I know I can make X number of dollars on this item.
And we all have things sitting in our houses right now that we probably should just redonate because we shouldn't have. They were bad buys. We didn't research it. We just need to make the space and learn from it.
Right.
Well, we just took, because we shut down our flea market booths, and we just took two. I have a Ford Explorer, and we took 2 truckloads with the back seat folded down over to the thrift store just to be done with it and out of the way.
I just did that on Sunday. Yeah. Filled up the car, just got rid of it. Took down the listings, done. And you learn from it. And I'm not going to buy that anymore.
Yeah.
But the market can switch around again, though, too. You never know. Things can cycle back around again. And I don't know. The sourcing is the fun part.
Let me ask you guys this, because I've seen people on YouTube talk about this. Since we're on topic of redonating stuff, I've heard people say that there are some thrift stores you can redonate stuff to, and they give you like some kind of a voucher you can use inside of the store.
Yeah, Savers does that. Yeah, you're up to $250. You can do that. That's what they give you.
They don't do it at Goodwill. I know that.
I don't know around here
to do that.
We've got to change.
No, and in fact, with the tax change laws, really, what you donate to Goodwill doesn't really. You can't really write it off like you used to anymore. So.
Right.
I might have to take a trip up to some state that has the Savers and just drop off all this junk I have that doesn't sell to the flea market.
Yeah,
I think you shouldn't beat yourself up. You shouldn't beat yourself up if you have to redonate things.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people will like, oh, I'm not good at this. We've all done it. We do it all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a couple of situations on those kind of items. Either you tried to comp it and you saw something that looked close to it, and you maybe something had a model number and it was a couple of model numbers off or something, or you just made a bad decision, or like you're talking earlier, the seasonality of an item. The price is just tanked on it. A good example of that kind of thing is Ralph Lauren polos back in the day. Those used to command good money. Now there's 3 million.
Well, what a lot of our stuff that we just donated was, when we first started, we were willing to buy something for $1 and make $6-7 on it. Cause it's like, ooh, I can turn $1 into 6-7. But then as you get better and you start to say, well, I can spend that same $1 and make 40, that other stuff becomes unimportant. and it just starts sitting around. You know, I'll get to that when I run out of things to list. Well, you never run out of things to list. So that pile just sits there. And as you learn more and you find bigger profit items and you learn how to find bigger profit items, what used to seem like good money is now not worth your time.
Right.
Exactly.
It's all that quantity over quality over quantity.
Right.
And it's still hard when you go to Goodwill and you see, you know, things that you know that you can make money on, but yet you're going to make $6 on it. You're like, do I really want to spend the time making, you know, if I'm only going to make $6 on something, yes, $6 is great, but it's going to take up space that you have, and it's going to take your time. And so it's not really worth it.
And I think that, you know, that's different for different people. We're not saying don't go out and buy those items that you can make $4, $5, $6 on. It depends on where you are in your business, where you are in your journey, whatever you want to call it, you know, because just like y'all were saying, that's how I started out, you know.
Me too.
A lot of people start out.
Those small sales are great for the starter person to help build up that capital to make bigger and smarter investments.
Right.
Or to build up your feedback on eBay, you know, to sell those smaller items to gain your feedback. And honestly, I still like to sell some smaller dollar items because it does provide activity to my eBay store too.
Yeah, it brings traffic to your store.
Absolutely. We have another question here from West Max Gary.
Sure.
He says he's a smaller reseller on eBay, having a hard time selling things. Any suggestions? He's thinking because he's new, he just doesn't trust it, and he thanks us for any and all feedback.
Well,
I would say do some auctions, sell some things at a lower amount just to get some feedback.
Another way you can get feedback is buying small items.
Yes.
Small dollar items, and as long as you're paying on time and all that. Back in the day, back when I first got started, I got started selling on eBay back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And you used to be able to buy things for a penny with no shipping. And it was nothing more than people bucking the system. They would sell you, hey, I'm going to email you a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. They never email it. You know that's the situation. But you give feedback and they give feedback.
Yeah.
I don't think you're not going to be able to do that for a penny these days. But
well, you know, if you go on Google and you type in eBay penny auctions, they still have those. And I'll tell you, a majority of them are like these little rocks. They're little gem rocks, or they're coupons, and you buy them for a penny with free shipping. And I don't know, you know, how they're shipping this little rock for selling it for less than a postage stamp, but we have bought some. And you know, you get an instant feedback as soon as you pay, and I mean, you can build up a pretty decent feedback for $1. Yep,
that's a good point. Another thing I do is I promote all my listings at 1%, just so I have 2 listings up instead of 1. That's really given me a bump. But you can do a lot of different things. You can run sales. I'm not sure if you have a store or not. I think you need to have a store to be able to run sales.
I think so.
But yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do. The best thing I did was I watched a lot of other YouTubers that are doing this at a higher level than me. And here's the trick. You want to watch somebody that willingly shares their eBay information, and not just people that are like, yeah, I did this, this, and this. You want to watch somebody you can actually check and verify, like, wow, they're actually doing pretty good on eBay. But yeah, just watch YouTubers and find out what they're selling. You know what I mean? And a lot of times it'll broaden the horizon of things that you know to look for when you're out, because a lot of times hot items sell quick, and then there's a lot of items that I'm guessing if you're having a hard time, you probably have a lot of long tail stuff, and you just need to know that you're basically taking that stuff, you're sitting it on a shelf, it's going to be there for X amount of months, and then eventually you'll start to sell through it. But you just want to make sure you're getting stuff that sells quick, in addition to those things that will sit and sell off eventually.
Right. Tommy Bernhard joined the chat. Welcome in, Tommy. Tommy's got a very good point, and I know I've mentioned this type of thought before. He says, I have a brand new store with 2 feedback and 20 items and getting sales. It's all about the items you're selling. People don't look at feedback anymore. I agree with about 90% of that. Very good point. I'm a firm believer if you buy the right items for the right price, you list them at an appropriate price, then they'll sell. You know, they may not sell as quick as you want, but there's so much out there. If you buy the right item and price them appropriately, they'll sell. But yeah, it's just I think that's the key. You know, people say that it's the summer slowdown. Well, are you putting in the work? Are you pricing your items appropriately? You know, everybody wants to make as much money as they can on an item, but you need to make it what the market is bearing for that item.
Right. And are you making your item marketable? I mean, are you using tag words in your title? There is, and I'm trying to think, there is a formula that eBay, and you guys probably have talked about this before, I'm sure, that you need to do what it is, the gender, and then like there's like certain things that they want in the title.
Right.
And putting parentheses, commas, all capitals. Don't do those in your listings or in your title. Right. So there's a whole formula with that. But that's also another you know, YouTube search would be, you know, listing titles on eBay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Scott, how you doing?
Yeah, we want to welcome in Scott, the bearded picker.
Scott, how you doing, man?
Counselor, Cleveland picker. We want to welcome all them in. We're going to go for another 15 minutes, guys. Hopefully everybody is enjoying this. We like doing this show. So if there's any other questions or anything that you have to ask.
Panel. I have a question for the panel.
Question
How
from the panel or $1.99?
How was your July sales last year?
I didn't have last year. I was pretty much all flea market local sales last year.
Same.
Because I'm telling you, July last year was my biggest selling month, even through fourth quarter. So I have hopes because back to school shopping is getting ready to happen. So I think that June was poor, and then July is going to kind of come in like a bang, and sales are going to all pick up. I have a feeling.
See, I have never really. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I've never really experienced a summer slowdown. I mean, we're slow right now, but that's because of the lack of listing and stuff with what's been going on in the house here. But I've never really experienced a summer slowdown. What I noticed the slowdown was obviously my long sleeve sweater sales slowed down, but you got to sell things that people want in summer. You know, sell slip and slides, camping gear, fishing gear.
Yeah,
you know, you're not going to sell as much of your interior stuff that you sell over winter. You know, or your warmer clothing. You got to sell what people are looking for now. You know,
June is rough for me. June is rough at our brick and mortar store too. It's horribly slow. And I think it's because people are on vacations and they're just busy with the school year ending and they're just focusing on other things. But July is usually pretty good for me. And I shouldn't maybe say it out loud because I might have jinxed myself, but hopefully not.
My July last year was very good.
Really?
But I did have some large ticket items sell, which helped my number. So about 60 items, which is probably above average for me.
Yeah. I mean, you have to diversify what you're selling. I mean, people who are just selling clothing, yes, they are going through a very slow sales period right now. But if you're selling hard goods as well and vintage and collectibles, there's always a market for that stuff.
Yeah, looking at my July last year, I sold 1, 2, 3, 4. I sold 4 combo units at over $50 a piece.
Nice.
And I sold a vintage HP calculator for $150. So that helped my numbers tremendously.
Nice.
But
Joy B the difference is asking, did any of you have to spend extra money to get your storefront more noticed?
Do you mean
I haven't,
or do you mean like brick and mortar?
Yeah, I mean, I guess she's saying on eBay because I think she does a lot of eBay herself.
I will run sales every once in a while, but mainly on the things I run sales on are things that I'm ready to get rid of.
Right.
We talked about those bad buys that I had forever. I'm ready to
Yeah.
When you
Move out.
when they say storefront, I kind of look at it a little bit different. Are they asking my store as a whole or my items? You know, because yes, I'm gonna promote my items. I'm gonna do promoted listings. It's just what I do.
too.
I'm gonna run sales to try and draw traffic to those. Like you said, run auctions every now and then, trying to bring traffic in.
Yep.
But my opinion on the storefront itself, you know, you can go directly to ebay.com/str/my name, whatever. I don't do anything with that because I'm not a specialized seller where I'm selling only electronics, only hi-fi stereos, only clothing. If I was only selling one item, I probably would, and I'd probably get more traffic of people coming back to my store, per se.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just don't know that it's – I probably don't have a very high percentage of people just coming and browsing my store.
Although I would like for more people to follow my store, because if you get people who follow your store, then you can send them emails for special sales. So I think I only have one follower on my eBay.
You share it on your YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, I put a link and I have like 30 or 40.
Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's another thing too with your if you're on social media, people, I know that a lot of people don't do social media, but if you it does bring traffic to your stores. I mean, it absolutely does. And I'm not saying that you have to, you know, be on Instagram as much as I am, but I mean, just every once in a while, post a picture of something that you have available in your YouTube store. You can easily make a link tree link, and it's free, and you can provide all of your links to all of your different platforms.
And that's exactly what I do. I have the link tree that directs to my eBay store, my YouTube channel, or whatever. But I use a cell phone to take my pictures.
I do too.
I take, you know, anywhere between like 7 and 12 pictures, and I will pick whatever my main picture is and just upload it to Instagram right away. You know, and I do notice a sizable difference in sales when I do that versus when I don't.
Yeah. I think just marketing your sales in general, either on Facebook. I mean, you can create a whole Facebook page that's separate from your personal page.
And I have one of those.
Which is like, just, you know, Sally's Finds, and it could just be dedicated to the things that you're selling on your platforms.
Right.
Yep, I have the Facebook business page. It's linked with my regular page. It's also linked with Instagram, and it's got the Shop Now button that when you hit it, it takes you right into my eBay store.
Right.
So, I mean, I think a lot of people don't utilize that, and it's a good tool to have to market yourself.
Debbie's got a question. If you have eBay and a website, how would we suggest drive traffic to the website? I don't have a specific website outside of a Facebook page promoting it. So, you know what? Joy would probably be a good person to answer that for you. I know she has like a Wix site. So I'm not entirely sure if any of you guys know anything about driving traffic.
I just use the link tree.
But as far as promoting it, you get in the whole idea of search engine optimization. So the content you have on your site, your meta tags, it's a whole different ball game. It's the optimizing a website is just for outside traffic outside of eBay. It's just like optimizing your eBay listing for traffic inside of eBay. You want the search engine inside of eBay to pick up your item, put you at the top of the list. It's the same kind of concept of promoting a website outside of eBay. The information you put in it, the titles of your postings, the details, things like that. It's a whole program.
And if you have that plain, crisp, white background, you're going to show up in a Google search too.
With your
item.
Yeah. And I bought the bargaineffect.us domain name, and that actually points to my link tree. Instead of saying, well,
and it's free to do that.
My website, here's my Facebook, here's my Instagram, here's my YouTube. It just go to the bargaineffect.us, and that's going to show you everything, and you pick where you want to go.
So, all right, guys. So we're already at 8 minutes past. We want to welcome in. I know Thrifty Esme has just come in.
Hi, Thrifty Esme.
So we want to just get everybody going. We're gonna start from left to right. Just everybody say their last final thing, and we're gonna be able to go through. Oh, Tommy Bernhardt was here. I didn't know if anybody
Yeah,
saw
I
Tommy.
said hey to him earlier.
But we want to say we start from right, from left to right this time. So we're gonna start with Miss Misty. Your final saying, final words of words of wisdoms for the crew.
Well, all I can say is keep listing. I would say always try to at least list at least 5 new items a day. And June's over. So let's focus on upcoming fourth quarter and be positive.
Thank you, Missy, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
And Mr. Tommy, you were up next.
I would just suggest think outside the box, man. Don't get that what do they call that, tunnel vision, where you're just looking for certain products. I mean, if you specialize in that and you're doing good, that's fine. But if you're just, especially a new seller, think outside the box. Look at stuff that you never look at. I walk into a grocery store, I'm scanning stuff, I'm looking. I go into a restaurant and you have the bulletin boards and people post stuff for sale, I'm looking. And just think outside the box. So look at the thrift stores, grab random things. I was surprised at stuff that I picked up that to me meant nothing. I wouldn't pay it. What I found it was people were paying for on eBay and Mercari.
Good point. Very good.
Good point. Excellent. And Mr. Craig, you're up.
I know we've talked, and a lot of people talk about summer slowdown and all that. The best approach to take if you're seeing a summer slowdown, if it is one of those, is work harder. You know, the best thing you do is work harder on anything. You know, the time that if you're not selling as much as you were, now you have time that you were shipping that you can apply that time to listing or doing something else to promote your store. So definitely just work harder. You know, I know that's tough, hard to accept sometimes because, you know, you say I'm already working hard and I'm not getting sales. Well, you know, the hard work you put in now may pay off tomorrow. You know, you just never know.
That's true.
Awesome. All right, Mr. Anthony, you're up.
All I would say, guys, just keep your eyes and ears open because there's opportunities all around us. You know, the way I approach things is I'll be out and about during my day, and next thing you know, you start to see dollar signs everywhere. You know what I mean? It might be in the form of an old electronic, a plush, or whatever. You know what I mean? You just need to keep your eyes and ears open because there's opportunities literally all around us every day. So definitely just be mindful of that and just take advantage of the things you can. It's not going to be a home run every single time, but you know, the bread and butter items, they add up. So just stay mindful of those things, and eventually you'll get to where you need to be. Also, if you guys are into like Bible study or anything like that, we're going to be having one on my channel at 2 p.m. today. So if you're not subbed, go ahead and sub and hit that notification bell.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Anthony. And please go and check him out today. 2 o'clock Bible study is amazing. He does great work. What people don't know, if they don't know, Pittsburgh, you're an ordained minister, right?
I am, yes.
Yes, he's actually an ordained minister. So when he's preaching, he is actually coming from someone who has been trained, not just somebody that's just going to read from a Bible and think, but we're here. He is actually ordained in this, and his words come out and really make a difference. I want to thank everybody for coming. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central, 10 Eastern, will be on Tommy's channel. And I want to thank Misty for showing up again. Please, if you haven't liked or subscribed, to everybody in the panel and anybody on the chat, please, again, I hate to be like this, but I'm getting closer to 1,000. Please try to help me get to 1,000 so I can go live on Saturday to show everybody what's going on at my yard sale this weekend. And everybody just have a great and safe day, and hopefully we'll all see you guys tomorrow on Tommy's channel. Peace out. It's NASCAR Man 3345. More toys, more fun.
See you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye bye.